Today I'm going to review my e-bike. Okay, so I have gotten this bike close to about 4 months ago. I've done close to 825 kilometers. I've traveled to quite a lot of places. Okay, first let me tell you that I am not a seller. Okay, I'm just reviewing under my own opinion. It is not paid, so I will show you what I like about this bike and what I dislike about the bike. Okay, I'm back here. Okay, my name is Dennis. Okay, I'm coming to 60 years old. Now, my reason why of me coming to ride an e-bike, okay, this is the Qualisports. Alright, it's because I love riding, but unfortunately, as you get older, your knees get a little bit weaker. So I didn't want to compromise riding a normal bicycle. In fact, my son do have a bicycle, and I tried riding it, but eventually age caught up with me, and I can feel that I can't go that distance anymore. So I decided to get an e-bike. Now this e-bike actually it comes from ebike.sg. Okay, it's called a Qualisports, and this is the entry level for the bikes. If you do a Google search on Qualisports, you do actually find different models, but these models are not actually in Singapore. Okay, so this is the basic entry model for Qualisports, and it is called the Nemo. Alright, so let's have a closer look at the bike. Alright, so over the times I've actually done quite a number of upgrades. One of them is being the brakes. There's nothing wrong with the original brakes. Alright, but I just needed something a little bit more blink, and this is actually a hydraulic brake system. Okay, it has two actuators acting on the pads, so you get a much more even. When you squeeze the brakes, you actually have a little bit more even pressure against the brake rather than on one side, like most mechanical calipers are. Okay. Alright, so if you notice, this bike actually does not have so visible batteries like some of those e-bikes that you see on the road. Okay, whereby you see those big battery ports over here. Okay, the batteries are actually hidden nicely in this tube. Okay, right. The tube contains a Samsung 36 volt 5.2 ampere hour battery. Alright, this bike, the motor is actually in the front rather in the back. Okay, now I do not know the reason why they put the electric motor actually in front, the front wheel rather than in the back wheel. Okay, so this bike actually, if you look at it, it comes with the rack. Okay, it actually comes with the mudguard, but I took it off as it's kind of, I noticed that the mudguard for the front keep rubbing against the tires as I ride, and then so I decided to take it off. Okay, so with a simple bike, if you look from a distance or people see from a distance, they will never know that actually this is an e-bike. Okay, now on paper this bike is able to travel about 40 kilometers, but let me tell you, that is on paper. In reality, I think you can only get roughly around 25 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers. And again, like I said, it depends on your power setting. Okay, this bike has 5 power settings. Okay, let me turn this on. Okay, this is power setting 2. Alright, you can cycle up 3, 4, 5. That's the maximum power setting you can get. Alright, and then back go down to 1, or if you do not want to have any power assisted, it's down to 0. Alright, holding this top button, okay, will turn on the LED lights. Alright, okay, so the LED lights, if you notice here, there's a little light that shows the LED is on, and this is also pre-fitted with the bike, the LED lights to do night riding. Okay. Okay, so this actually is a folding bike, so let me demonstrate to you how you fold up this bike to be able to carry on the train or even on buses. Okay, hang on a minute. So this is how the e-bike will look when it's fully ready to ride. Okay, so to bring the bike down, to fold it, okay, you need to just bring the handle down. Okay, position the pedal, the left pedal to be forward. Okay, unlock a safety clip here and fold this handlebar downwards. Alright, okay, lift up this little catch here and unclip it. Alright, so once you unclip it, okay, push the side stand back up and the bike is able to fold down. Alright, it's able to fold down. To make the bike stand, unclip your seat post and push all the way down to the bottom and just clip it back on, and it will stand by itself. So this is the form level of how the bike after folding will look like. It is it's a standard size folding bike, and it's actually small enough to fit in a bus or even take it on a train. Okay, the one thing I didn't like about this particular setup is that if you notice, the seat post actually, this is actually where the battery is. Okay, the seat post actually goes down here to support this here, to support this mid portion of the bike up. If this seat post goes up, everything will touch the floor. And in order for you to move, say you want to maneuver this in a train or in a bus or even on the side path and all that stuff, you need to raise this post up and tilt the bike back a little bit. Okay, like so. So if you notice, you have to pull this up, lock it up, then you push it backwards and the bike is moved this way. Okay? To unfold it, pull out everything, repeat it in reverse, lock it down, lock the safety clip, put your side stand down first. Okay, so now the bike will just stand on its own, and lift up the handlebar. Okay, lock up the handlebar and lock the safety clock. Okay, lift this up and bring the bike up to your preferred height. Okay. There you go. Now the modification that I've done is that I've done on this bike. Modification I've done on this bike is actually I changed this to they call it H high riser bar. Okay, so it's actually taller than that because I'm quite tall, and if you look at here, that is supposed to be the minimum height. You know, the so-called the maximum height that this bar is supposed to be there for safety. But because of my height and because I needed to be so-called very lunge forward in the riding position, that I don't feel comfortable in my back and my shoulder, so I decided to change this bar, replace this brake cable and all that to get it longer and to get it higher. Okay, so now what I don't like about the bike is that it is only a 5.2 ampere hour battery. Like I said, in paper it's only up to maybe 40 kilometers, but 40 kilometers is only at motor phase 1. That means your pedal assist number 1. That is not very fast, and you probably get about 10 to 12 kilometers per hour on this bike. So going long distance, 10 to 12 kilometers is kind of slow, you know. So you need to race it, and then it also works well on flat ground. Alright, but on average, I noticed that even on that, I've ridden all the way from Punggol all the way to the National Stadium and back. Okay, and I couldn't get back because by that time my battery is already dead. So what other accessories did I have? Well, I fitted this one here, which is, I tell you, is very important to have a rear view mirror for my phone. Okay, the bell comes with the bike, okay, and the controllers. All right, this one here actually is a bracket for my Nightcore BR25 light. Alright, this part is actually Punggol Waterway Park. It's a nice park, you know, oasis on the right hand side. So normally I would ride around here if I'm just wanting a little bit of fresh air and exercise. But do be careful on the park. Okay, there are crazy people on the road, even on this kind of park, whereby they have no regard about safety. You know, they ride in the middle of the road, they ride abreast. You know, in such a narrow path here, you know, they ride side by side, you know, and talking at the same time. So that's where this helmet comes in handy, because you do not need to ride side by side. You can be about like 50 meters away behind, you know, and you're still able to communicate easily. And then, you know, if like as a family with children, yeah, it is not cheap, like I said, the helmet. So it's, you know, you are able to communicate. I think that is a very important feature, and then you enjoy your riding, because not everything on e-bike is about delivery people. Okay, this is my first review on a bike. Okay, I've never done any vlog, so I do apologize if I say something wrong, I mispronounce some words, because it's quite nervous, you know, because I'm not really very used to riding and featuring things. So I hope, you know, now that I've semi-retired, that, you know, slowly I will start to begin to do some video editing, and get better over time. All right, that is my only wish. You know, that, you know, do something creative of what I like to do, and I will take you guys one day to different different parts of Singapore, and try to do some features of our beautiful parks all around here. All right, but my idea of trying to get people going on this kind of ride is to show that some things even on the e-bike can be done. Not necessarily that, you know, you need to ride on a foldy, on a road bicycle and all that stuff, and then, you know, going through against, you know, racing against time or whatsoever. But it can be quite fun with some friends. You know, you go for a long distance, which I have actually a group of friends that actually travel to different parts of Singapore. In fact, last week I took a train down to Haw Par Villa and went to West Coast, rode all the way to Pandan Reservoir, around Jurong Lake, got caught in the rain, but it was all in good fun, you know, and then we just rode back to Haw Par Villa, and I took a train back to Punggol. Alright, so stay tuned in my channel, because again, I've said, forgive me if I do say things maybe a little wrong, a little different, or featured a little bit and all that stuff, because this is my first time doing vlogging. Alright, so stay safe, stay cool, and stay safe against COVID. Alright, fight against COVID. Bye bye.